Hello everybody, this is His Royal Highness, Dr. Professor, Sir, Reverend Stuart Allen Swordlow.
And this is Janet Diane Moya Swordlow.
Too bad you don't have, well you do have titles, you don't want to use them. It's okay.
Are we ready to go?
I'm ready.
Alright, so I have an interesting podcast here, and I kind of called it Ewww Things, like you.
Ooh?
You.
You or you?
You. You. Okay, because, you know, I've talked to you before about people who drink urine.
Ah.
Right? And the thing that gets me is that this is continually coming up in the news. This is an article like just yesterday, again, a big long article with pictures and all this stuff. The last one I did was about people drinking actually dog urine.
Ah, I remember that.
Yeah, this one is drinking...
These are mentally ill people.
Yeah, drinking your own urine. Again, and this is, you know, the more it's like the bugs and, you know, everything else, the more they talk to you about it, and it keeps you going, ew, ew, but then pretty soon it gets normal.
Okay, here's something everyone needs to know.
What?
If your body is expelling something, don't re-admit it, because that means your body is rejecting it, and it's not good for you, whether it's urine, poop, whatever.
Well, listen to this, because some kidney specialists have warned that consuming too much of your own liquid or anybody else's liquid, urine, can lead to a buildup of toxic waste similar to the effects of kidney failure.
You think? It is a waste. Why are you drinking waste?
Right. So anyway, don't do it. And then I also quote Professor Henry Wu, who's a urological surgeon at the University of Sydney, that says, quote, "There's absolutely no scientific evidence to suggest that urine therapy has any therapeutic value, and those who drink their own urine do nothing more than drink their own urine."
And also try slowly killing themselves.
Yes.
Now here's the thing. It's kind of like radiation therapy and chemotherapy, because when they drink it, oh look, my acne cleared up, because it's killing everything in your body. Yeah, it's killing whatever bacteria is causing it. It's also killing your lungs, your heart, everything else.
Well, kidneys.
Right. Don't be stupid.
Yeah. So don't. So that's why I said the more you see it, and people think, well, maybe I should do it because this person had this, and this, and that's what even this woman said. One of them that they quote about, she had terrible skin, so then her family saw her skin was getting better, so then they now all want to do it. So please don't do it.
Stupid people.
Okay. Now the other thing, kind of following along with this, is the new thing that I've been seeing an advertisement is called pee-proof underwear.
I probably could use that.
Now, they used to call things like leak-proof, and even that can be a little bit...
Isn't that like adult diapers?
Well, except now it's like more shaped like underwear rather than diapers.
But is it a diaper or is it underwear?
No, it's underwear. But the point is, you know, even like, I don't know about you, but growing up, when I was growing up, pee was not considered a really nice word to say. You know, you have to use a bathroom, you know, but you wouldn't use...
Oh, because you were in a snooty, snotty family.
No, it just was considered, you know, very low-level word. But now it's everywhere. So I started seeing this here within the last month or so. Pee-proof underwear, pee this, pee that. Pee's been that word for a long time. Honestly, I still don't like the sound of it even, but because it's out there, that's why I am using it. So, pee-proof underwear now is a big thing. So they're putting that out there. And now almost everybody's got like bladder leaks. So what happens if you have bladder leaks? What's the mind pattern?
Releasing anger that's built up.
And you can't hold that anger in.
Right, because it's built up.
So that's why people are having more bladder problems, because that's the mind pattern. So if you want to work through your mind patterns, again, do some of our information so you don't need this stuff. And the other thing that they're imprinting you with continually is now pooping in public. And they had a woman...
Who does that?
They had this recently on Facebook, a thing going around.
Yeah, I saw that.
The woman on the bus.
You told me about that, I think.
No.
Well, go on.
Well, anyway, I just want to say that this is also, they're imprinting you with, this is more New World religion. It's astral stuff. It has to do with your bottom. And I've talked about that before. I'm not going into it, but I'm just telling you that, you know, just recognize what's going on and how they open these imprints for you. And then here's another EU type of thing. There's a yoga instructor, 30 years old, guess what, from Michigan. Her name is Cassie Blue, which to me doesn't even sound like a real name, but maybe it is. Anyway, this woman used to find her periods inconvenient, so now she's decided to make paintings with her period menstrual blood.
Honestly.
So, this is an interesting story for a couple of reasons. First of all, she calls it yoni paintings, which to me is a stupid word. It actually means Sanskrit for vulva, so it has nothing to do with your period.
And yoni is the other thing. Yani and yoni.
What's the other thing?
What a man has.
Oh. So anyway, like I said, so this is the woman. So what she says she has, now this is also interesting. She has 13 months of paintings hanging up. So menstrual blood, 13 paintings. How she ever came up with this idea, I don't know.
What part of Michigan does she live in?
It didn't say in the article, but anyway, she said she uses a reusable menstrual cup. She pours the contents into a lidded glass jar, and if she's not ready to paint, she stores it.
Wait, is she married?
It doesn't say.
I would say no.
Then it says once she uses it, I guess, then she fills the jar with water and waters her plants with it.
I'm sure they like that.
Anyway, what's interesting, listen to this one. She said, I did a painting that started as a mandala, but morphed into this creepy eyeball. And I wasn't sure why it had come up so strongly. So what does a creepy eyeball represent?
Illuminati.
Yes. Programming. That's why. She's programmed to do this kind of stuff.
We need to know who she is so we never go to dinner at her house.
Anyway, but I'm just telling you that. So these are things not to do, and then I call you kind of like you. And then the weird thing is because all of this again it has to do with astral programming and ritual. So the new thing that's going around, and I put "new thing" in quotes. It's called period poverty. So and there's all you look that up, you'll find a billion different articles.
That's not related to this last article.
No, this is a new article. But the thing that is interesting to me is, first of all, they call it period poverty, and this little clip that was in actually BBC News said that this woman, growing up, her family couldn't afford to buy her sanitary products during her school year, so she had to skip class out of embarrassment, which she said was a key factor later in her becoming homeless.
So because she had a period, she lost her home.
Well, because she claimed she couldn't, her parents wouldn't buy her sanitary products.
And that's why she lost her home.
Okay. Then it goes on, of course, that new research suggests women who experience period poverty as girls are more likely to suffer from anxiety or depression as adults. And research showed that in March of 2018 that more than 137,000 girls missed school because they could not afford sanitary products.
Oh, well, bloody hell.
Now, I will tell you. So I just looked this up so I could give you some figures here. Out of interest, here in the U.S., it costs somewhere between 10 and 25 cents for a sanitary pad or a tampon. So I don't buy this period poverty thing, so maybe...
I still don't understand it.
They're calling it that because women can't afford sanitary products.
So how can they lose their home because of that?
That's my point.
I don't understand that.
That is my point. They are programming you. Remember, we've done all kinds of blogs on poverty and other kind of things. Now this is period poverty. It has to do with women, and it has to do with imprinting them that all your periods are bad.
So why don't they do what the other women did and make paintings out of it and sell it and make money? They can have a home.
And not only that, but they can buy sanitary products, right? Mm-hmm. So what I'm telling you, this is still baloney, but they're talking about now people in maybe really super poor countries, but a long time ago there weren't these things. Women used moss and all kinds of stuff that they needed to do for that time of the month. So I'm telling you that 12 to 25 cents per item, you know, that if you are smoking, doing drugs, drinking beer, going out for fast food, you can afford this, okay? So the only people who really have an excuse are those people in really super poor countries, and that is the things
that they get along fine without.
And they have since women existed, right?
Right.
Right. So what's going on here? So there's something going on here with this. So you know, think about it.
This is just another Illuminati mind control crap.
Yes, that's my point. And speaking of Illuminati mind control crap, this is actually my last article, but I think it's even more interesting than the other ones.
No.
Yes. And I'll tell you what. Because this happened in Sweden, Gothenburg. Weren't we there?
Yeah.
We were there. Okay. Apparently, Gothenburg held the first weekend of September their very first music festival for women that stressed a safe zone.
What does that mean?
Now, first of all, they say it's for women. Then they go on to say it's for transgender and non-binary people.
Ah.
And it all started because apparently there's a Swedish comedian and radio host named Emma
Knickare.
that she said, what do you think about us putting together a very cool festival where only non-men are welcome.
Non-men?
Non-men. And that we host until all men have learned how to behave themselves.
Well, that's never going to happen.
Now, the point of this is, non-men. This is very...
What does that mean?
Discriminatory. It means...
I'm offended.
If you identify as a cisgender man or a cis man...
Does that mean I urinate in public?
I think so. According to this article, cisgender people identify with the sex they were assigned at birth. So that means that would be you. You're a cisgender male.
Is that bad?
So you can't go to this concert.
Oh.
But if you decide to be a woman, you could go. Or if you decide to be a non-binary person, you can go.
Okay.
Or if you want to be a transgender person, you can go. Okay?
What if I want to be a giraffe?
So this is really silly. Now, according to this, they started it because there was the country's biggest music festival called Bravalla was canceled because there were allegations, I guess, of the last one, of rape, 23 sexual assaults.
How could you rape when you're not a man?
Well, no, this was why they started this thing, because women weren't safe. But what about transgender, supposedly, non-binary, supposedly? All these people can do things. So it kind of like raised my
What if
hackles
there's
a little bit.
a woman who thinks she's a man and then she goes there and rapes somebody?
That's one of my points. There are a lot of women who are really nasty, horrible people.
Yeah, I've known many of them.
And we have had a lot of women who are more vicious than men
Trust God on that.
attack us. And women, as you talked about, what about these women? They kill their kids. They hold little girls down while men rape them. They rape them with objects. All kinds of horrible things are done by women as well as by men. So it's not like only men do bad things. So to do this, I think is a horrible thing. So listen to this. Saga Becker, who's a 29-year-old transgender actress. Okay, you think that's a real name? Wearing a baseball cap, 2 nose rings, said there are no men screaming or threatening me as a trans person. There's no violence and no fight. That is so revolutionary in so many ways. And she said that she had thought about the many heterosexual and gay cisgender men who wanted to attend but felt discriminated against. And she said, I don't care because I've been so afraid all of my life that I don't care about their disappointment. Well, I will tell you, there are a lot of mean, nasty women out there.
I know.
So I
find them all.
This is bogus. Now, what I do like is, guess what? Sweden has a discrimination act. It's their country's thing. So they have several people, men and women, reported this festival to the Swedish Equality Ombudsman to investigate, which they are still investigating, and I hope they find that it's illegal, because I think it's really, really wrong.
I hope that Sweden becomes a Viking again.
Apparently 4,500 people, however, did attend this festival, and some of them wore these t-shirts that said, "Till all men have learned." So
that's never going to happen in eternity.
And then the festival organizers were vague about how they monitored the festival to make sure the audience was the audience they wanted. So again, this is a fake...
Oh, that's open-minded.
Yeah, this is a fake sense of
so
security.
everyone can come as long as we agree that you can come.
Yeah. There is something special that happens when there are not cis men around. That reminds me like sissy. They used to call men sissies.
Why do they call it cis men?
Cisgender.
Why? What does that mean?
None of it means anything. They're all made of words.
It stands for something?
Cisgender, they're calling it.
I don't know where'd that come up? Where'd that come?
That I don't know. That would be a good question. She said, I think it's a powerful thing that can lead to something good in the end. No, it's not going to lead to anything good in the end. I'm sorry. The festival booked female headliners and non-binary artists, but at least one cisgender man was in a band. Oh my God.
Oh my God, did they attack him?
So anyway, and I thought to myself, okay, what if they had a concert that said no white people are allowed?
Really?
Or a concert that said no black people are allowed, or no Hispanics. Okay.
Or Muslims.
Yeah, no, this is all about divide. That's a good one. Only Catholics can go, or only Protestants could go.
So we can be prejudiced as long as we say it's okay.
Yeah. Divide and conquer, divide and conquer, divide and conquer. That's what they're doing, and people are falling for it. It's ridiculous.
You want to know why this world is crazy and nuts.
So you need to read The True Reality of Sexuality. You need to read 13Q. You need to find out how to control your own mind, because I'm telling you, there's so many people out there who want to control your mind for you. It is ridiculous. And if you haven't read Decoding Your Life, this is universal law, basic spiritual law. This is what I teach on my study blogs, on our membership side, $26 a month. So you want to find out who you are, not what other people tell you you are. Join our membership site. $26 a month. I'm telling you, you can do it, and that will change your life. So I don't care if you tell me you don't have any money. You have to have enough money that you can be a member on our site. And you need to invest in yourself. And by investing in yourself, that's how you change your life, so you don't do these Ewww type of things.
So here's an exercise everybody can do at home.
Yeah.
Is go in the bathroom, pull your pants down. If you have a hole in between your legs, you're a girl. If you have something sticking out, you're a boy.
Well, we didn't even report that, but remember the thing
very easy.
I told you that now they're saying they don't want, that women shouldn't be called a vagina, it should be called like a
front hole.
A front hole.
Yeah, front
it's
hole.
really disgusting.
You know what? Let me tell you, those people, they have a hole right here.
Yeah, I'm sorry. And actually, I'm not sorry.
I'm not sorry. Like,
yeah,
you gotta stop this crap.
Yeah, it's really, really bizarro, and people are doing it, and that's what makes it more bizarro. So we do talk about programming and deprogramming on our blogs. So if you think these are your issues, don't get a membership. Read the books, because you need to start here first.
I really don't want to talk to you.
No, but
really.
You can start off with our books, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll agree on that one.
Yeah.
All right. So with that said, again, control your own mind. And what else can we say?
Too late for the class because it's booked solid.
Yeah.
I don't even have a chair left.
No, but they can join the webinars after the class. This is for people all over the world. I have 2 spaces left in
luckily, I will be personally examining all the attendees and telling them what sex they can be designated as.
I think they can do that for themselves.
Well, if they need help, I'm going to help them.
They just have to look down there and we're good. Okay? All right.
Bye
Till
for
next
now.
time. Bye-bye.